Oh dear. Okay, so I'm on mute. So anyway, welcome to K-Macks Football Chat. Big up Gooner Gathering for subscribing. If you are watching this, like and subscribe. That'd be great. I have got a guest on who's going to be joining in probably about 10 minutes. I'm not really doing a watch along, but I have got the game on, so I can kind of tell you what's going on in the game as we talk. Over the last couple of weeks, I haven't really been on, but so much has happened recently that I really have to kind of have a chat with people. And if you want to jump on, the link's there, and I can add you in, and we can have a chin wag. It's all about Liverpool. It's all about football. We can talk about anything you want around football. I'm a football nut. I'm just going to put that up. James Pearce said Mount and McAllister are serious targets. I honestly don't see Mason Mount leaving the London area. I just can't see it. He's a Chelsea lad. I feel when Lampard goes at the end of the season, a new manager they'll just give Mount a new contract and they'll play Mount because he really is a quality player. Like Trent's having a shot, straight to the goalkeeper, and now he's gonna run all the way back into the right back position before he gets caught out. I don't think I want Mason Mount either, to be honest. I think the whole Mount thing, we don't need to be getting a player that's gonna split the fan base, and I think Mount will split the fan base. There's a lot of people that like him. There's a lot of people that don't like him. Let's just get a guy that everybody likes. Like Alexis McAllister just won the World Cup. He's on a trajectory to do great things. The guy's a winner. The guy won in Argentina. He won the league in Argentina with Independiente, I think it was. International. So he's a winner. He's won things before. I don't really know what kind of position he's probably going to play though, because I can't see him on the left. Can't see him on the left of midfield, but I could see him coming in on that right hand side where Hendo does that run at the moment, where it's quite attacking. I don't really want Mount at Arsenal either, because if Mount goes to Arsenal, they will be a real serious force. Because the only thing that's probably lacking in their team is their midfield. And I've got to be honest, I don't rate their goalkeeper that much. Like, I know that sounds mad, but I don't rate Ramsdale that much. I think he's really erratic and he's quite immature. I feel like if they kept their German goalkeeper that is now at Fulham, I think he's at Fulham. I think if they kept him, I think they might have done and dusted the league. Like, I really do. I don't think Ramsdale's distribution is any good. He's made a few mistakes. I know he pulls off the old worldie and that, but I don't know. I just feel like he's a bit erratic, and that might be the reason why they probably haven't won as many games, because they haven't got that player. Oof. Trent's just nearly scored. Trent's all over the place here. Like he's had 4 shots already. He's completely dominating. Like in the last 5 games, Trent is pulling out statistics which has never been heard of. Like his passing, his control, the amount of time he has on the ball, the amount of creation that he has. Like, honestly, he is the midfielder that we should have replaced Gerrard with. I don't care what anyone says. Like, that experiment to put him in to replace Klein. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. Like, he's pulled off incredible things, and we've won the lot, and he's done this and he's done that on the right back position. But can you imagine what else he'd have done if we'd have played him in the midfield, where he was supposed to be played, but Klopp put him in for Klein because Klein got injured. You know, it's another one of those things where Jurgen Klopp has made another decision which could have changed our entire trajectory in the league over the last couple of years, because we would have had a Kevin De Bruyne, because he's putting out the kind of statistics that Kevin De Bruyne does at the moment. And he's only played 5 games in midfield, and he's playing in a shit team. Like, he's playing in a bad team right now, because we are not great right now. And what's that from Laguna? Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're not gonna be negative against some players for Arsenal. You're just not. But as a complete outsider, I suppose we view things a bit differently. I mean, some of the things I say about Liverpool, people totally disagree with. Like, I wrote a comment on Facebook today, basically condemning Klopp for the reason why we haven't got Jude Bellingham, and everybody's condemning FSG. I'm not condemning FSG. The reason why Jude's gone to Real Madrid is because they're in the Champions League. They're in the Champions League. They're gonna possibly win the Champions League this year. You know, at the end of the day, who knows what's going on with Barcelona? Barcelona might end up playing in China at this rate. If they do, then Real Madrid are just going to dominate the league. But the reason why we haven't got Jude Bellingham is because Klopp hasn't done well with the team this season. And if everyone sits there and blames the team and blames other things about the reason why we haven't done better this season, then it's poppycock, because it's down to Klopp. Because we've had the players. We've had Curtis Jones all year. Klopp didn't play him. Klopp decided he wanted to play Harvey Elliott, who's an absolutely dreadful midfielder. He's a dreadful midfielder. Like, I don't see Harvey Elliott with a future at Liverpool at this rate, because he can't play in midfield. He's not going to get past Salah. He hasn't got the pace to play in the attack. So where does Harvey Elliott play? Like, and are you really going to keep a £40 million generational talent on the bench, or give him a bit part? You're going to have to sell him. You're going to have to sell him. Otherwise, you're just going to ruin his career. I mean, I've got to be honest. Okay, the Robbo, the left back in centre back position experiment is a complete failure. Like, it is a complete failure. Like, they've just nearly scored again. Like, they've had 5 really good chances in this game, and it's only 14 minutes gone. Like, but the experiment with a left back in the centre back position is done. Okay, can we just end it now? Because we have a perfectly good centre back who can play as a left back as well, and his name's Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez broke into the Liverpool team a long time ago, playing as a left back. So we can say anything we want about it, but we've got the player sat there, just like we had Curtis Jones, ready to play in midfield. Oh, they've just nearly scored again. That was an ex-Arsenal player, almost killed one in, William. We're on the ropes here at home. It could be, who knows what score it could be. What's that question there? Someone always said on my channel, everyone's entitled to opinion. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone is entitled to opinion, and I think having a world like that, which it isn't right now, no one's entitled to any opinions right now, because you'll just get blacklisted or deleted, or you'll get called woke, or you'll just get called against the narrative or whatever. You know, everyone's entitled to opinion. It's debate. It's what makes the world go round. You know, it's what makes things interesting. Like, do you think Thiago would make a great manager? No, I don't. I don't even think Thiago would make a great coach. I'm not really sure. I mean, I genuinely hope he goes back to Barcelona, because it's another experiment which has failed. You know, if you think about it, if you really do think about it, this was a Klopp luxury purchase. You know, he liked Thiago for years. He'd been after him for years, and the chance finally came along. So they bought him. I mean, they got him cheap, but he's got 2 assists since he started playing for us. Like, are you trying to tell me he's a creative midfielder? Are you trying to tell me he's an amazing player? Like, he stands out above all the rest? What does he do that makes him stand out above all the rest? Because at this rate, Curtis Jones is going to have more assists this season than Thiago's had in 3 seasons. And for me, Thiago is a player that can't play in a team that needs to battle in midfield, because he's injury prone. He's got hip issues, and he's now out for the rest of the season with a hip issue. How can you justify having a £200,000 a week player on the bench for half a year? How can you justify that? Because we all went crazy because they were going to give Salah 350 grand a week. Salah plays every single game, every single season. Like, if anyone deserves to be paid the most money, it's the guy that's always playing. It's the guy that scores all the goals. It's the guy that steps up to the plate over and over again. Thiago doesn't do that. Thiago doesn't step up to the plate. Thiago's in and out. Thiago drifts in and out. Thiago plays his game. We don't need Thiago's game. We need Liverpool's game. We need Klopp's game. We need Liverpool to play the football Klopp plays, which wins us games and wins us trophies and leagues. Thiago does not provide that. Never has, never will. Welcome.
Yeah, how you doing, bud?
I totally agree. Gomez is a good player. Gomez is a great right back option for that position, because at the end of the day, this left back in centre back position doesn't work. Like, okay, I'm just finishing off that question. All right, how you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, good, man. Good. I was just looking for the streams. My one is acting up a little bit, but I'll find it.
Mine's just gone as well, actually.
Yeah.
Just as they were about to score.
Yeah, to be honest, I suppose because we're streaming, it shouldn't really be announced that we're streaming. But anyway, end of that. But yeah, mate. Yeah, what's the score?
No, I haven't announced on the page or anything about it. So yeah, we could be watching. We could be watching anything.
Yeah, true.
I'm watching paint dry right now, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah.
Mate, you got so much to talk about. So much to talk about that's happened this week. Mate. All right, so first thing, how are you feeling then about Newcastle now?
Yeah, good result last game.
Good
result. We did what Arsenal didn't manage to. We beat Southampton. And we went 1-0 down.
Yeah.
We went 1-0 down. It was 1-0 half time. Made the same change we did a couple of games ago where we brought Callum Wilson on early and banged 2 goals. And we got the result.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Really, really good, Callum Wilson. What do you think then? Do you think next season you think next season he's going to be your main striker?
No, I think he'll be in the squad because obviously we're going to have Europe and stuff like the extra games midweek. We're going to be rotating the squad. So, and don't forget he's had his fair share of injuries over time. So, being rested won't be a bad thing for him. You know what I mean, because he's had a couple of knee injuries. But I know there's the whole narrative of, oh, let's get rid of him, let's upgrade, but it's unlikely. I think he'll stay for at least one more season, and then we'll just see what happens next season.
How
But
old will he
yeah,
be then? He's in his 30s now, or is he still under 30?
he's either 30 or he just turned 31, one of the two. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
He's
Isn't it?
had,
Like,
he's had a bad injury already, though, hasn't he?
yeah.
What was that injury he got? Was it last year or the year before?
So he was out in January for a little while after the World Cup, but
Didn't he
yeah,
get was it cruciate? Was it cruciate that you got at Bournemouth?
yeah, from the Bournemouth days, he caught a bad injury. Yeah, so
Yeah.
all the extra rest, but obviously some players they want the rhythm of playing all the time, and he's already coming off the bench and he's scoring, so he feels like he's proving his worth. But
I mean, that finish was brilliant. Like the one that took the lead. It was a great finish.
Yeah,
I was just I was talking to a couple of people in the chat who've been giving questions.
okay. And what specific?
I was talking about the there's a gunner in there as well who was talking about Arsenal, and I was just mentioning that that I reckon Arsenal probably haven't won the league because of Ramsdale, because I think he's a bit erratic. I think he's let them down a few times. I think maybe a calmer head at the back in goal might have really helped them more. And I don't really rate his distribution that much either. But he's a brilliant goalkeeper, no doubt. But I think like going to a team that's challenging the league and being a goalie that's like 23, and hasn't really got that much experience in situations like that. I think it's kind of telling, and they conceded quite a lot of goals, which he probably could have saved, to be honest. Some of them.
Yeah, but what if it's bad defending though? It might not just be his fault. It might be bad defending. Don't forget, I don't watch all Arsenal games, so I can't judge them all.
No, I've watched like the last couple of games. Obviously, one of them, one of them we starred in.
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, if they'd have won those 3 games, they could have been home and hose now. I mean, they're 1 point clear, but Man City aren't going to drop any points. Right? It's just not going to happen. Really, just isn't going to happen. I did write in the. I wrote in the WhatsApp, didn't I? Do you think Chelsea could get relegated?
Nah, they're on 39 points, man. They need 1 point to be safe. It's impossible. They need all the teams below them to win the majority of their games.
Yeah, but do you think Chelsea are going to get another point? Like seriously,
I've heard that topic.
Like,
all over the place.
Do you know who they're playing next?
Who?
So they've got Forest.
You need points.
They've got Bournemouth.
Hungry.
And then they've got Arsenal.
Actually, no.
They haven't got Arsenal. They've got Man City, Newcastle, and Man United. Last 3 games.
No. We played Chelsea last game of the season.
No, I mean like in one of those orders.
Right.
So they play the top 3 teams. Well, the top 3 or top 4 teams. In the last 3 games.
Let's see what Super Frank's got.
Mate, they could go down.
Nah, they're on 39 points.
All right. So if they get beat by Forest,
yeah, but
it's basically like 6 points because it takes Forest above them, and they go below them. And if they get beat by Bournemouth, that's another team which is in the relegation, which could be in the relegation zone.
Yeah, but look,
pouring themselves out of it again.
Look, they're on 39 points, and even 35, 36 points could keep you safe. So believe me,
they're not on 39 points. They're on 36.
Chelsea.
They're on 36 points. Oh, okay. What a tackle! Can I say? Wilson is tearing us apart in this game.
Yeah.
Why is it every time Liverpool play and there's ex-players, they have worldies against us?
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Just ride it out. United, they've got some awkward games. They're not guaranteed anything yet. Either or we, obviously. But just like you said with
Oh, we're done.
Chelsea.
Like we ain't getting top four. That's over that. We might come fifth, but we ain't getting top four.
Well, we'll
Oof.
come above Spurs, man. We'll come above Spurs.
Oh. Oof. Shimmercaster, what on earth are you doing?
So, what do you think of the what's it called?
That's
What the
offside.
Champions League? The first leg of the Champions League is next week, right?
Was it Real Madrid?
Yeah,
Man City, innit? I think Man City might win that.
yeah.
I don't know though. Like Real Madrid on the day. I mean, they got beat. They got beat the weekend, didn't they? I think they got beat 2-1. Real Madrid.
They're second in the league, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, the way stuff's going with Barcelona, they might end up in China. It's just crazy. And they might be getting kicked out of their own league. Like that's just insane.
Yeah, I haven't really followed that whole story in the recent weeks, but I heard about what they were doing with leverage and all those economic
Oh
levers.
yeah. Apparently they've got Messi back at the end of the season.
No, do you know he announced today on Sky Sports News? It was announced that he's leaving PSG.
Yeah, he's going to Barca, isn't he? I think he'll either go to Barca or he'll go to Man City. Can you imagine him going to Man City?
I can't really see it.
And just basically having a worldie of a season and then just going like that to Ronaldo. Yeah, I've done that as well.
Yeah, but
you always said I couldn't hack it in the Premier League.
True. Let's see if
like
we can
36 then, won't he?
What about let's see if we can do it on a cold Tuesday night in Burnley.
It will be in Burnley as well.
Exactly.
That's a good one, that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Believe me.
Yeah, some of the players Burnley are linked with as well. They're not going to be like the old Burnley, mate. Not anymore. They're going to be the Burnley Revolution. What's his name? Ex Man City company.
Yeah.
It's going to be the new Burnley. I think they'll do well. They'll do well under him. You know, I mean, I genuinely love it. The fact that there's going to be a team that goes down this year that doesn't go down normally. Like, there's going to be a big team that goes down. I really do think it's going to be like a Chelsea or an Everton.
No, not coming Chelsea. Look,
West Ham could go.
No, West Ham.
Honestly, like they're all there.
Yeah,
like Everton haven't been relegated since like I don't know, like probably a century ago. Like that's just insane. And you know, Frank nearly took them down last year. Frank could take Chelsea down this year. They're 1-on-1. This Vinicius, we're making this Vinicius play like the other Vinicius in this game. We're making him look like the other Vinicius.
Yeah. So what do you think of the
whole Newcastle fan in here? EK, he's Newcastle.
Everton's going to
big up EK. You know what though? I don't think I want Everton to go down because I want to have a derby. Like I still want to have a proper derby.
Yeah.
Like you'd like it if Sunderland were in the Premier League, wouldn't you?
Mate, it'll bring more coverage to the city.
Exactly. You know, we lose Everton, then we lose a team that we always get 6 points off. Don't want to replace it with one that will only get 1 point off.
Yeah, and these up and coming teams, when they get promoted, sometimes they're on it in their first season, man.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Company like got them promoted like about 10 games ago. It felt like.
You know, he's named. Obviously, it was just paper talk, but he was linked with the Chelsea job. He was on the short list. He had short odds though.
He was linked with the Tottenham job as well, you know, and the Tottenham job that's not a bad job for him to take. If I'm honest,
Do you know who
that's
I
a
heard
bit like
today?
an Arteta. You know what I mean? It could be.
Do you know who I
Could be
heard today on Sky? Do you know who I heard on today on Sky Sports News? They say it's linked with the Chelsea job now.
You don't want that.
Xavi
job,
Alonso. Apparently, Xavi Alonso.
Imagine being a manager and you're trying to do a team talk, and the club owner comes in and starts like talking to the players in the dressing room. You'd be like, "What are you doing, mate? Like, get out!" you're playing football manager now, dear, because you bought all those players as well.
No, but like when they asked Frank about it, he said that like Abramovich used to do it. So yeah, whatever.
No, he didn't.
He
No
did.
way.
I watched it. I watched the interview. That's what
Abramovich
he
used
said.
to do it.
Yeah, but I watched the interview. I heard Frank's reply to it. They asked him about it.
Shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah, but Abramovich did do that.
No, but you shouldn't do it. Like, you just shouldn't do it. Like, it's a bit ridiculous. Also, this other guy decided, well, because Abramovich does it, I'm going to do it. Like, the owner shouldn't be allowed in the dressing room. Sorry, like, not during the game. Like, maybe afterwards to like congratulate the players, but not at like half time.
Yeah, that's
during a team talk.
I don't think that was the case, but apparently it's after. But
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It is bloody nuts, man.
Oh, Curtis Jones. Oh, we just put two people on their bums. No.
What about Leeds in there? What's it? Managerial merry-go-round.
That's a really good comment, that actually. Do you think Luton will get promoted? I think any of those in that pack could get promoted. Oh, that could be a red card. No, it's not. There's like loads of one-on-ones, mate. Loads of one-on-ones. They keep on breaking against us. We're playing at Anfield, and they've had about six really good chances. I think Luton could get promoted. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I hope they do.
Who manages Luton?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Some dude I think used to.
Wasn't the guy who managed Luton the guy that came up and managed Southampton? Wasn't that the guy?
I'm not sure.
From another team down there, or was it Rotherham or someone like that?
I'm not sure.
You know the guy that came to Southampton and he said he was like the best manager ever, and then got sacked after about 4 games.
Oh right. No, that's not him. That's not him. No. I know you're talking about though.
What's that? Rodgers just hit both posts with the same shot.
So that game's still 0-0.
Apparently, you have to go through someone's back garden to get to the away end.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
That would be really interesting. You think as well, though, in the Premier League, they'd have like rules where you're not allowed into the league unless you've got like more than 20,000 seat stadium. You know what I mean? To like keep it real, not have like 500 people in a park in a Premier League game. You think they'd have like certain standards that you need to have before you can even break into the Prem, if you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Crazy stuff. The league right now. I'm gonna bring it up actually on my phone. So the league. So crazy stuff. So what about the refereeing? Did you watch the Tottenham game?
I heard about it. I watched a bit of the highlights.
Big up LVFC TV.
Oh, you're talking about what the Jota foul and all that should have been a red card.
I'm just talking about that ref. Like, he's absolutely. So I watched this podcast. I'm not going to promote it on here, like, because it's an incredible podcast that I get a lot of stats from, and I love watching it. And the statistics on that referee are we've had that referee 22% this season. There's 20 referees, or over 20 referees in the league that like manage the league. Yeah. And we've had that guy 7 games this season. And we're probably going to get him again before the end of the season because of the percentage that we get him. Like, how is that even possible? Oof, that's a bad foul.
But what about that foul?
Know half the players Fulham have got. Like, who's Lukic? Who's he?
Yeah, but what about the actual foul though? What about if that happened to one of your players?
That's a yellow card.
If it wasn't Jota and someone did that to one of your players, would you have said it was a red card?
That was a straight red card. That was a straight red card. I honestly have no idea how that wasn't a red card because the guy's foot was planted and he went straight in on him, like from close range. Like, I don't know how. I honestly don't know how Diaz didn't snap his leg. Like if he'd have caught him any lower on the ankle, he could have dislocated his foot, like took his foot out of his.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about another incident.
No, I'm talking about the what's his name?
Jota one.
No, the lad who did Diaz in the first.
Oh yeah, so you're talking about another incident.
Oliver Skip. Think about Oliver Skip as well. He's got previous. Like he's a dirty player. And it was also at a time where they were getting whooped. Like they were getting whooped and they were angry. And a penalty. Got a pen. I'm not sure how that's a pen, to be honest. There you go. Nunes just got us a pen. So Salah could be 1 goal away from Steven Gerrard's record if he puts this one in.
And United have got Brighton tomorrow. So if Brighton beat them.
Okay, it's 1-0. I'm way behind here.
No, but what I'm saying is that Brighton are playing United tomorrow.
I really hope Brighton win.
But to be fair, United got 2 games in hand, though.
I really hope they win because I hope they win because they were kind of robbed in that other game, if I'm honest. I hope they win.
Yeah. What about on the weekend? Who you lot going on the weekend? The games are coming thick and fast now. You got Brentford at home on the weekend.
Yeah, we've got like 2 games a week for like a couple of till the rest.
We got Arsenal. Season, we got Arsenal at home on Sunday.
Yeah, Mo Salah slots it. That's it. He's 1 goal away, mate, from Steven Gerrard's record.
But listen, yeah, that's big. That's big.
Do you think Mo Salah could play till he's 37, like Ronaldo?
I don't know. It depends if he's got that. It's not about technically; it's about your physical body.
Mo's having a bad season, according to everyone, and according to his own records. He scored 31 goals. he scored 31 goals this season. Like he's still scored as many goals as he has in all the other seasons. Like he's going to do he's done another 30 goals a season. Like, and he's 30. He's 30. He's 31 this year. Like he turns 31 this year, but he's 30 now.
Yeah.
And he don't look like he's lost any pace. He doesn't look like he's not hungry. Like eventually he's going to quit the international team. Like he'll probably quit the international team like maybe next year after. Can't see Mo playing for Egypt till he's like in his late 30s. That's just not. Like, why would you want to do it? You know what I mean?
He might want to play in the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
because they didn't qualify for the last one.
Yeah, I mean, and the team just literally revolves around him. So, and to be honest, they've done incredible things because of him.
Yeah, but that's why the answer to your question.
Yeah, and it has to be a point. Has to be a point where he goes. You know what? I want to keep my football form. I think didn't like Jamie Vardy and Milner and players like that. Didn't they do that? They quit quite early, didn't they?
Yeah. No, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You probably will.
Yeah.
Probably will. But
I haven't done my FPL for ages. Like I've totally forgot about fantasy football for so long because I've been so annoyed with Liverpool that I didn't bother. I didn't bother with it. And I had Man United players in there. That's how bad I was.
Have
I
you
had,
have you had that?
I
Yeah.
had Rashford and Fernandes in my team, which is just not what I'd ever do. I've got Newcastle players in there though. I probably do need to change one of them because I've still got what's his name? The guy that you love.
Almiron.
Almiron, yeah, I've still got him in there.
Yeah, he's been injured for he hasn't started properly for
I've got Bruno Guimaraes in there though.
You need to take him out, man. He has
got
been
Isaac.
Yeah, you need to take
I've still got
Almiron.
Haaland, so I'm probably still getting loads of points.
Did you hear the other story today? Apparently, Milner's signing for Brighton on a free transfer.
Good. He needs to leave the club. Like he either becomes a coach or he leaves. Like he's stopping players from coming through. Like,
well, it's not his fault. You can't say he's stopping players as if Milner's it's his fault.
No. It's not his fault. It's Klopp's fault. But I'm sorry, but if everyone talks this. Everyone talks about, Milner, Henderson. It's the standards. It's what they do on the training pitch. You got Mo Salah. you got the most professional man on the planet, who's a worldwide global icon and superstar. Like millions and millions of Muslim boys follow that guy. Like try and base their entire life off them. Everyone wants to be in from those kind of countries. There's your guy. It's not Milner. It's not Henderson. It's him. So you've got your standards there. So get rid of them. There's another player there that's probably just as good as well in bloody Trent Alexander-Arnold. For standards, he's been playing for Liverpool FC in the main team since he was 18 years old. 18 years old. And he will never, ever come out of that team. There's your standards. It's not Milner. It's not Milner who's a serial substitute and a 0 out of 6 finals player. And I get you. He gives you a 7 out of 10, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy. He hasn't been the guy for a while. So we need to get rid of him or move him on as a coach. And Henderson should be doing what Milner does now, and he should just be a bit part player because he doesn't do anything on the pitch either now. All right, Baz.
Big up.
How you doing, man?
How's it going, Seb? How's it going,
Good,
Kay?
man.
You good?
Good, mate. Good. Yeah, I haven't done a show for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I've been watching too much football, to be honest. I just forgot. And I've been watching other people's shows. But yeah, so much has happened over the last week or so that I thought I'd do one, and also I thought I'd do it while the game was on. So I was watching the game, talking about it.
Yeah, why not?
And I haven't caught up with Seb for a while either, so that makes sense as well.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And he can do all his gloating about Newcastle as well. So
Mate, we're taking it game by game.
And rightly so.
Absolutely, and you know what? Congratulations so far, man. You just in there, man.
Yeah, it's in there. But as I said, we haven't fully done it mathematically. We need.
No, Eddie Howe probably should get manager of the year.
He should.
It's probably going to be Pep because if he might do the treble.
Hopefully.
I tell you what, that Bournemouth manager.
That's what I was about to say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He just went in. And it was like he was playing Football Manager. He just went in and done the stats. Any unbelievably young, fast, pacey African starlets who play for their national teams. Yeah, I'll sign him. And there you go.
No, but do you know what happened? He came in. He had an instant impact. As soon as he came in, they had 3-4 good games where they got.
How is he onside? My God, Shimmercast, what are you doing? Get an haircut. I can't talk.
Yeah, mate. So when he came in, he had an instant impact. Bournemouth had 2, 3, 4 good games where they got a couple of wins, couple of draws, and then they just went on a really shit run for 9, 10 games where they were 19th, 20th. He looked like he might have got sacked, but then he just turned it around again.
They backed him,
rate the
didn't
guy,
they?
man.
Just at the end
I
of that
rate the guy.
transfer window,
I rate the guy, man.
they backed him. Wasn't he? Was he manager of Birmingham years ago?
I don't know much about him. I haven't tracked his history. I heard he was like an assistant coach somewhere. I don't know,
It's like lower down, wasn't he?
or he used to play for Bournemouth or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or he's affiliate, yeah, ex-player or coach.
Okay.
Could be wrong, but that's what I was aware of. Or that's what I heard somewhere. He's just affiliated to the club somehow.
But yeah, I mean, Eddie Howe probably should get it, to be honest. Like he's gonna get Newcastle into the Champions League, and he got them to a final as well. Like in his first real year with a bit of money, but he didn't spend that much money either. So it's just brilliant. Like it's half time now.
Doing the job, man. But I tell you what, third would make it a bit more sweeter, though, man. If we could pip United to third and make them struggle fourth a bit, because if they lose tomorrow and then draw their next game, and you know what I mean, I think it'll only be like 5 points behind them.
I think you will. I think Brighton will beat them. Yeah.
We're talking about Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, well, we were, yeah. So, what do you think about? What do you think about this? This finishing fifth possibility, and also the Jude stuff as well. Baz, go on, give us your spin on it,
mate. Firstly, the finishing fifth. If we can finish fifth, that's fine with me. Because look, you see, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. By the way, you know, I've been hearing some people that don't want to get into champions, into any Europa competitions and stuff like that. I mean, come on, it's still a trophy at the end of the day. It's not the best trophy, but you know, every season you try to aim as high as you can, and if you get into any kind of Europe, it's still a bonus. That's one thing Klopp hasn't won at Liverpool, so he can go and win that if they can. I'm not just saying that we'll go in there, we're guaranteed to win it. Absolutely not. There's more games. Yes, there are games on the Wednesdays and stuff like that, and Thursdays and God knows.
Oh, he's dropped out. Are you still there, Seb?
Yeah, I'm still.
Sorry, I'm here. Sorry, the internet. My internet's been funny today. It's just an opportunity to bed in players as well. You know, we talk about like FSG don't want to spend money, or they're not spending money, or whatever. Yeah, the facts are we're not these big teams where we're going to go and buy huge players and always buy players. So our youth team is not great either, and this is an opportunity to actually bed some of these players in, because some of them that have come in the Carling Cup and Carabao Cup even and stuff like that, they've done decently well. You know, your Ramseys, you get an opportunity to test them out internationally or European wise. You got your Ben Dokes. You know, Klopp always raves about Tyler Morton, gives him an opportunity as well. It's an opportunity to bring in, some of the under 23s and the players, the fringe players. And if we don't win it, we don't win it. But if we win it, that's a bonus. You know what I mean? So in terms of finishing fifth and stuff like that, I'm all for it. And you get money for it as well. The higher you finish, the more money you get. That's the
Conference League still. Not the Conference League, the Europa League. Actually, decent money. That's decent money.
It's still money. Yeah. Nevertheless,
some of the teams that are in it as well. They're not rubbish teams.
Mate, it's a good competition, man. Like the third place teams from the group stage of the Champions League, they go into it.
Exactly.
I'd love to just get Seville out of it. They've won it too many times for me.
They're just everyone's bogey team, aren't they?
They've won it too many times.
They're a good European team.
Get rid of them, or get rid of a Mourinho team, because he's probably going to win. He'll probably win it again, won't he?
Probably.
Yeah. Roma might make Champions League, man. I think they're flirting.
They might.
And
it's in our DNA, It's in our DNA. European football is in LFC's DNA. It just is. Like, if we can get it, I'd love to. Like, we probably are going to push with Brighton now. Like, I honestly think that like Brighton and Villa, they could get that fifth place as well. Like, that's not absolutely not a possibility.
Villa have got hard games though. Apparently, they've got one of the hardest fixture lists.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in
They're not on holiday yet. There's a lot of teams that have just like gone on holiday. but
You got Brentford
they haven't
Saturday.
gone on holiday.
You got Brentford Saturday. Brentford are not getting relegated. They might not get Europe. They've fallen off a little bit.
And you know what? The Jude Bellingham thing.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care. I really don't care, to be honest with you. I mean, look, he's a brilliant player. I've heard a lot of people today on different platforms, and again, everything is everyone's opinion, and they're entitled to their opinions and stuff like that. I've already heard like, yeah, we didn't need him anyway. He's not good enough, or he's not this and he's not that. Look, those are sour grapes for me. At the end of the day, listen, he's a brilliant player. We didn't get him for whatever reason, whether it's the owners, whether it's, we just didn't want him, or God knows what, or he's turned us down to go to the bigger club. Look, if we still get players in, I don't care if we go by a Akin Budul or a Daniel Smith or anything like that. Yeah, I don't care. So long as we're bringing players that can actually play the system, whoever the manager is, and whatever system he wants to play, and they fit in, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't mind a Ugarte, I don't mind a McAllister, I don't care. I'm not about the
I want those two. I want those two. They are game changers. They are game-changing players, I think. Yeah.
So, when I think about it, whether it was 85 million they're paying, Real Madrid are paying initially, or it's that 430, it doesn't bother me, man. So long as we get players in and we focus on ourselves and what we actually need. Let's face it, if we did get Jude Bellingham and it was around 130, 40 million and stuff like that, we're not going to have money we probably won't have enough money to go and improve other bits of our team as well, which we do need. So I don't care if we just get like a 200 million budget and we just spend it on 3 players as opposed to 1.5 players or something like that. I'm happy with that. So I'm not fussed either way. I'm a little bit disappointed, don't get me wrong, because I think he's a quality player. But you know what? Hopefully now that will shut some Liverpool fans saying that, he was coming, he's just staying another season at Dortmund. He really wants Liverpool. Look, if at the end of the day, if we want players, if we need players, we'll be like, look, do you want to come? Yes, no. If you're not, we move on. Simple as.
I think as well. Like there was obviously a lot of talk that the owners said that there's always money for a generational talent. He's a generational talent, like 100%. It doesn't matter how much it costs. We'll back you. It feels like either Klopp was lied to by the owners, or Klopp knew all along and just lied to us. I don't really know which one to blame, but the common denominator after seeing Jurgen, saying that John Henry's amazing, it feels like we probably lied to by Klopp.
It's both. It's both. To be fair, it's bad management in terms of if we were looking to have him, or we were waiting for like a whole year to try to get him and stuff. Yeah, it's bad. Business, because we suffered this year because of it, because now we're not getting him. But to be honest with you, someone is lying.
We've suffered for 2 years because we haven't signed a midfielder.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But honestly, someone's lying. We didn't get it. We didn't. We weren't able to get him. It is what it is, isn't it? It's football, isn't it? That it happens a lot, isn't it?
But sorry to interrupt. What about if he just became, after a while, when you first started scouting him, obviously from then until now or recently, his value went up? What if it's a fact where he just got too expensive?
Just couldn't afford him.
Valued him at too much compared to what you valued him at the beginning.
I mean, we always knew he was going to be over 100 million. Dortmund said that, before anything else. They said he's going to cost you 100 million euro, over 100 million.
Initially, they only it's only been a couple of weeks ago where we said we're pulling out of it. So between that and then, they knew he was going to go in the World Cup. They knew, even after the World Cup, they knew that he was playing well for England and stuff like that. You're not going to get a player like that for less than 100 million. Liverpool know that. They're not stupid in that sense. You know what I mean? So in terms of the valuation, it wouldn't surprise me if he does go for something like 120 as opposed to 130 and stuff. You know what I mean? And that is affordable for a club like Liverpool, because Liverpool last year were in how many competitions? They turn out like, you know, they get a lot of revenue, you know, merchandises and all these, like, you know, big names. We're a big club with a budget that they choose not to spend. So yeah, in that sense, it's disappointing. Do you know what I mean? It will be even more disappointing if we go for like a Ugarte or a McAllister and they're valued at 70, 80 million and we're only willing to spend 40 million.
Ugarte's got a 50 million euro release clause.
I'm hearing last week. Last week I'm hearing that was too much. I heard that's a bit too much, or it's going to cost a bit too much. So, you know, it's annoying. We don't know what's really going on.
The guy's stats are off the chart. Like, honestly, he's the most informed defensive midfielder in Europe. Like, he's an absolute monster. Like, he reminds me of Xavi Mascherano. Like, watch him. Like, he doesn't do all of the fancy stuff. He does all of the nasty stuff.
He gets down to business. He gets down to business. Absolutely.
And he's got the dark arts, like, big time. Like, I love it. Just get him where Fabinho is, because Fabinho plays like he's in treacle.
I'm watching him tonight, and I'm not impressed.
Some of the players that run past him, like, you're like, hang on a minute, you're older than Fabinho, and you're running past him.
So what, you lot buying another striker then? Because Firmino's leaving, I heard, apparently.
We've got our striker now. I think that's what Klopp wants to play.
Jota and Gakpo, you just rotate.
Yeah, I think Gakpo's going to be that number 9 or that false number 9. I think. Do I agree with it? Do I think it's a good thing? Not really, but he's doing a job there at the moment. Nunes.
I'll tell you who should play there. Jota. Just play Jota in that attacking role. Like, right down the middle, Jota will get you 30 goals a season. He's an absolute clinical machine.
I'm a big Jota fan. For me, he's the most accomplished striker that we have currently. And the only thing about that is the law. You know, the people that question things would say, well, you've got an 80 million pound, you know, player on the bench like an Origi.
To Newcastle, you can have Nunes. I will drive him up there for you, Seb. I will drive Nunes to Newcastle for you, and after like 2 or 3 games, you will be like, "Can I drive him back down?"
No, but I thought he had a few good games when he was playing out wide and all that. I saw that
God, he is so bad.
Mate, you know the Everton game where you lot scored that counter-attacking goal where Everton had a corner, and you just like classic counter, and he laid it off. He ran the pitch and laid it off to Salah, I think. He was playing well on that wide left position for a few games.
He plays well on
a broken watch can tell the time once a day.
The thing with this guy, right? He's got pace, definitely. He's been playing better on the left for sure, but ultimately he's a striker, so he should be playing forward. He knows where the goal is, and the problem is he's doing too much work. Too much work. You know, you get your Rushes and your Robbie Fowlers of this world, you know, or your Alan Shearers and stuff like that. These guys, they're strikers. They don't go defending. They'll defend maybe up to the halfway line and stuff like that. And yes, the game has evolved since then. I get that. But when you see someone like Nunes playing left back, putting in challenges in left back, by the time someone boots the ball up to him and he's like running with that speed,
it's going to be tired to get defensive work. Yeah,
he gets to the top and he just fluffs his lines, you know what I mean? And that is what, you know, he shouldn't be doing that.
You know, it's really funny. Everyone like watches Liverpool now and they're like, "Oh, you're in form, and your XG's better, and Salah's scoring, and people are playing better," and you're like, "Yeah, that's because Nunes isn't in the team." Like 100%, because Nunes is not in the team. Like our chances conversion is ridiculous right now. We've scored like 18 goals out of like 26 shots in the last couple of games. And that's because Nunes isn't playing. However, we concede bags of goals when Núñez is on the pitch. He was at fault for Tottenham's equaliser because he didn't track the runner. He didn't run back with the player. And they ended up getting that free kick. And also, I think it was probably an own goal off him that went in.
Bash just said he's not a defender. You don't want him running back. And now you're blaming him for a goal.
But that's the whole point, isn't it? He's a 6'4" player. He's going to be given a job to mark a tall player. But if you can't mark a player and you can't track a runner on set pieces, this is on set pieces. This isn't This isn't like he's up front on his own and we're asking him to come back and do a job. This is just a set piece. Him and Gakpo are scandalous, mate, on set pieces. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if you're going to have this player, play him to his advantage. And his advantage is stick him up front, stick him so far away from anything that he can be involved in, where he can let a runner go, not jump for the ball, put a foul in, just get him out of the way. So just play him on the halfway line during set pieces. And they keep on having him at the back. And he keeps on not doing the job. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous now. Like, you just watch all of the goals we've conceded.
You have to look at it from this.
Hard to play in all of them. Like,
you have to look,
he's at the scene of the crime with Robbo and Virgil van Dijk. They're all there.
I want to come to his defense a bit. It's the end of the first season. You're going to have summer to go away, rest and all that. I mean, he's adapting to a new league. He can go away, reassess how things went, have a pre-season.
I totally get that.
Yeah, he starts.
But he hasn't got a set position. Like, how do you go away from a season and go, you know what? I scored 15 goals in that season. I did well, blah, blah, blah. He's probably like, I scored loads of goals. I was up front. I was on the wing. I was on the bench. I was coming off. I was being told to mark people. He's probably all over the place. Like, he's not really had a settled role. Like, stick him in the team and let him do his thing at what he's good at. And what he's good at is playing as a striker, right down the middle. Scored 34 goals last season for Benfica. Like, play him where he's really good.
Are you basically saying his style of play, the way is, he's not suited to that role? He can't do it. Is that what you're saying?
He's not suited to Liverpool.
Oh,
okay.
I've just talking about the same player.
As you just missed it. No.
The problem.
Do you know why I'm saying that, Chris? It's an interesting opinion because obviously Klopp's doing it, so he knows something you don't because he's doing it.
Well, he's dropped him like recently, so he's obviously seeing. He called him out as well in a press conference by saying, like, if you can't press and you put in the language, then you're not gonna get in my team. I don't know. I mean, he got the penalty today, which was a bit dubious, if you ask me. But he got
what minute are you on?
47.
Okay, so it's coming up soon. Just watch what this is typical Núñez's season.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, this will just summarize what Núñez is about. And it's harsh, but it's when you look at it, is that Liverpool quality? Imagine a Robbie Fowler or Owen or even a Djibril Cisse, or a Man or anyone like that.
Pognoli probably would have put it away, yeah. Neil Mellor. Think about it as well. Think about it is you know, I mean, God, oh my God, he just fell over.
Yeah,
he just fell over. I mean, you know, bless his cotton socks, like, but the guy's on tons of money. He's just came to us for 85 million, and I think Andy Carroll was better. At least Andy Carroll could like win a header.
Look, the thing is, we're slating him at the moment, yeah, but. The thing is, all right. I
slated him as soon as he arrived. By the way,
that's fair enough.
I was never on a Núñez train. You know that, don't you, Seb?
Fair enough. Again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not so happy with Núñez myself. However, I mean, obviously, it's it's been a disaster for him. He's got 15 so far. He's had games where he's played well. We can see what he's about. But I think obviously we definitely need to give him another possibly, like you said, give him a role. Let him thrive in the routine. Like the routine is you're the number 9. You play up there. And then give him this opportunity. You give him his rope, let him hang on it if he's gonna hang on it. If he's not gonna hang on it and he grabs it, brilliant. We don't have this conversation anymore. But
that's true. That's true. Thing about it as well is if you isolate Núñez this year, the reason why we won't make top 4 is because he missed 2 chances that would have won us games in the last 5 minutes of the games as well. Like you have to isolate that as well, because he potentially cost us 4 points. 2 games that we drew, he could have scored the winners, and they were one-on-ones, really, really high percentage chances. If that fell to Salah, he's tucking them away all day of the week.
I hear you, but you know what? At the same time as well, I know where you're coming from with this, and you know
the games as well.
Yeah, I know the games as well. Oh, also, but the thing is, the team itself has been absolutely shocking this year. Absolutely shocking. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to single him out at some point because, he costs that much. He's come here. He's a striker. He's missed quite a good few opportunities, but there's been some howlers of defending and stuff like that. And
that's a really, really good question, actually. Is it the team or is it the tactics? Because I don't think it's the team. I don't think it's the team anymore. I was always blaming, oh, we need midfielders. We don't need midfielders. We need better tactics.
Do you know something?
And it's proven right now that a little tweak and look at the surge. It's literally night and day. The difference in our team creating chances and scoring. It's night and day.
Do you know the thing is, Kay? I think it, for me personally, I think it's a bit of both. I'll give you an example of one of that. When you look at Trent this season at right back, he looks like he can't be bothered. His attitude is a bit shite. You know what I mean? And since he's come into midfield, he's gone to the shops with his mummy or his daddy. Yeah, wanted that toy. You're not having it. No, don't have the money for it. You sulk. You just play a role, and then when your mum and dad say, "All right, you know what? Put it in the basket. We'll get it for you or whatever." This new toy, he's now happier now. Yes, fine. I appreciate he's doing brilliantly well there as well, because we've been brilliant since he's played in that inverted right back role. But that's just an attitude problem, and I think some of these players do have attitude problems. I mean, yeah,
you said that, didn't you, sir? You said that a while ago.
But one other thing I've heard recently in the last few days, apparently I heard he's starting an academy for kids who didn't make it in football, like some kind of
by the way. Kudos to him.
To be fair, for that. Yes, I did say that, but when I heard this recently, so maybe that's a side of him we didn't know, and I got to give him credit for that.
You want to know something as well, which I find, which it kind of takes me back to the whole Klopp thing again. What has it took for him to go, oh, you know what, I'm going to have to play Trent in midfield? What's it took? It took half the league's managers being sacked and the press actually saying to him, are you going to play Trent in midfield? Are you going to change your tactics? You're losing. There's loads of managers losing their jobs.
I saw that interview. I saw that.
Potter lost his job and Klopp changed his tactics. Did you know that?
I didn't hear them say you're going to play Trent in midfield. I never heard.
No, but you don't think anyone said it to him? You don't think he's been walking down the street and someone shouting at him, "When are you going to play Trent in midfield, Jurgen?" But the thing about it is, it took Potter to get sacked for Klopp to go, "Shit, I need to change something." And all it was playing Trent as an inverted right back. That was it. He's not changed anything else at all. We are still all over the place at the back, and we still play the same at the front. That's it.
Yeah. this is where I feel this is the little bit of where I feel we do actually need players as well, because look, they don't have the legs. I'm watching this game right now, and obviously talking to you, and you know how many occasions I've just watched people walk past for Fabinho. He can't be in this team, and I'm you know what? If anyone tells me they need to put Besetic there instead, yeah, I'm gonna wanna seriously have a debate with them, because Besetic is brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but this is an example of, if this guy didn't get injured, he'd be playing the whole of the season. And this is a guy, right, who has got all the talent, but you burnt him out. They're gonna burn this boy out by the time he's 24. All right, he's gonna be burnt out. And in midfield, it ain't no joke playing in midfield. That's the heart of the team. And this is why I feel we need to bring in players. We do need fresher legs. We do need that differences and stuff like that. And so with what you said in terms of, like, you know, do you think it's the players, or do you think it's the, you know?
No, I mean this season, like, do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the players or the tactics that haven't got us, you know, top four now? Because I think it really is the tactics. Like,
the tactics have
had better tactics this year, better substitutions, better man management. You know, not playing players when they're injured, obviously, not playing kids when they've been played already a numerous amount of times.
I'll tell you what I'll add, though.
We'd be top four, because the league ain't all that. Sorry, like I know you've done really well, Seb, but that league number, we were smashing that at Christmas most years.
Look, loads of teams were having a poor season, but I want to go back to the Nunes thing, right? Because I was thinking about it a few minutes ago, and look how long Rashford had a poor run of form for. He had a poor run of form for. He almost didn't make the World Cup squad. Rashford was poor for like a season, maybe 18 months. He was just on poor form. And then all of a sudden, he just came back from the World Cup and he was just the hottest thing out again.
Isn't that weird as well, though? Because, like, Rashford form coincided with his personal life.
Yes.
If you look at Trent, has that kind of coincided with his personal life? Like, he's doing this charity thing. Like, he took his eye off the ball. I mean, I sent you that video link of him doing. He did like this Red Bull challenge where he was doing this mental arithmetic and how to use eye contact and coordination and vision for like 3 months.
With that professor,
it was like that. That's like, he was up all night studying and stuff. You could see in the video that it was like really late, and he was like still doing all of these. It's obviously helped him. I mean, look at him now. He's in midfield. It's like Pirlo.
But once again,
that's interesting.
I referred that to the Nunes thing, right? The transformation of Rashford. Rashford was poor for 12, 18 months, rejuvenated himself, and everyone was saying, "Oh, come on, Rashford's a striker." Now all of a sudden, his best position's on the left. Now, it's not confirmed whether Rashford's a striker, but he performs and he plays for England. So the only reason I'm using him as an example, his rise and fall, I do generally think there's a chance for Nunes. I won't be surprised if he had a good start to the next season.
Do you know what, Seb? What I'd say with that, I agree. But also there's another factor of why the reason why they're not sure if he's a striker or if he's a forward, is because of obviously that the other guy got himself into trouble at that club. That guy normally plays on the right, and Rashford, I think he would have been a striker this season if they had that other player. I think personally, the England team, and especially players that get picked from it, it's just all money related. It's all corrupted, and in theory, all right. In theory, how I see it, when they pick these teams, there's this commercial side to it that they have to. It costs too much money to leave a player out, even if he's had a bad.
I'll get all that. All the politics behind it. I get that. Yeah,
and I think with Rashford, yes, he has rejuvenated himself through that World Cup, but do you know what? He also had like quality players around him as well, like, you know, your Sakas and stuff like that, because they were battling it out to play on that in that position and stuff. And sometimes when you have that, it does make it, you know, and the thing is, these guys, they speak the same language. Nunes, you know what? I imagine Nunes at training, yeah. Literally, if Thiago's injured or he's in a hospital or something like that, yeah. How does he communicate? How does he even want to be there? He can't even speak the language. And again, I'm not like it sounds like a diss, but I'm just looking at it from like a homesick person.
So do you know this is the perfect time for me to interrupt? That actually leads on to what I was saying. When people come from a foreign country, they need to learn the language. They need time to settle in. It's just one of those things.
Yeah,
I know some players don't. Some players don't just hit the ground running.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that is a factor.
Absolutely.
You don't know what's happened. He might have brought over he might have a missus or a kid. They might need to settle. All these little things, these factors, they will make a difference.
Absolutely.
The thing about it as well is like what we used to do at Liverpool. We used to have like a data-driven team, and we used to have like scouts that did stuff. Like I don't know what happens now. I don't know where they are, but we had like certain elements which you had to tick the box before you were even considered as a transfer, and one of them was, can you speak the language? Like, can you speak the language? Also, can your family live in the same country as you? And we also had one which was the arsehole test. Are you an arsehole? Are you going to come to the club and be an arsehole? And I personally think that doesn't happen anymore because of Nunes. He can't speak the language and he's a bit of an arsehole. Like he headbutted a guy in his like third game in the league.
He's had definitely teething problems and potential issues, and I think based on him, I think he definitely does need another season and another season at the very, very, very least to be judged. At the moment, the boy, we can see some of his qualities, but it doesn't help when like he's playing tonight, but the rest of the times he hasn't been picked or he's come on for a few periods and stuff like that. And
it's only because Jota's injured.
Yeah, Jota's on the bench tonight.
Yeah, but he's got a really badly bruised rib, like.
Well, yeah, but then that's the thing. At the end of the day, if they've got Gakpo in there or they've got Nunes, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, bring in another player, then you know what I mean? It doesn't show confidence in the guy if you're gonna have someone that's actually injured and he's on the bench and he'll probably play ahead of him or something like that. But the thing is he's got that striker's thing to him, because the thing is he is getting he's getting those opportunities. He's making those runs. He's just been a bit poor on the last bit. His decision making is a bit thing. Do I go for it? Do I not go for it? There's just too much thinking. When you're a striker, you're in that position. You got to be cold as ice. You know what I mean? That ball comes into you. Yeah, you got one thing on your mind. You're hitting the back of the net. Don't be looking and thinking, you know what? Do I pass to him? Do I not? These things are going to come as a striker for him. Whether it's at Liverpool, whether it's not.
You said he tries too hard, didn't you, Seb?
Sorry?
You said he tries too hard, didn't you?
Do you know what? The way you're explaining it, Baz, I'm actually thinking of a striker that's banging form. I'm not saying you'll buy him, but for example, if Ivan Toney signed for Liverpool, doesn't he remind you a little bit of how Daniel Sturridge was in his prime?
Yeah.
Like he finished his chances. Ivan Toney's a good striker, man.
He should have been the player we got instead of Nunes.
He should have been. He's a Liverpool fan as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that just makes sense. Banging
form.
For us.
He was a youth player for us. We sold
banging
him.
Form, like.
Oh, is it?
He went the World Cup as well, didn't he? He didn't play. I think.
No, he didn't play. He didn't get picked. Callum Wilson got picked instead.
Yeah, but he was. Everyone thought he should have gone the World Cup.
Yeah,
it's to do with all that off the field thing, isn't it? Really, I think.
Oh, the gambling, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the
I think that's what hurt his chances, because he should have without any question. And that's no disrespect to Callum Wilson, but this guy was on form, so I really believed he should have got the opportunity. But you know what I mean? He's still what? He's what? 26, isn't he? Something like that, 26, 25, yeah. 26. Yeah. He's still got, I think with Ivan Toney, this is his ceiling. He doesn't get any better than this. But he's, what he does is brilliant. He goes into a Newcastle or a Liverpool team or a Manchester United team or anything like that.
I think he'd be great up front for Chelsea. I think he'd be great up front for Chelsea.
And they have been linked with him as well.
Yeah,
But they've been linked with everybody.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah. What about Chelsea then? Do we talk about Chelsea? Because I think they might get relegated.
No, that's a game I watched. That's a game I watched, and that I was shocked. Like they were just like 2 yards off the pace. It was almost like they couldn't be bothered.
What about Odegaard's goals though? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he is a good goal.
He is insane.
So
there's a lot of people that kind of think that Elliot could be like an Odegaard if he's played a little bit higher and more of an attacking creative role. He doesn't have to do all the dirty work, which is what he has to do in a Liverpool team. That he could be like an Odegaard type player. Like he's kind of on the same trajectory.
Do you know what? I think
we just got a player like that.
The problem is I think this guy, I don't think he's good in any kind of midfield role. I think he'd be good on the right, literally. I mean, the thing is, when I've seen his games. Listen, he's not a bad player, all right, but he just doesn't have it in midfield. I think he's better suited to, if they're not going to buy a replacement or not replacement, but like someone to compete with Salah, play him on the right. Just play him on the right because you know what, he's very trickery. He's got the skills. He's got everything. He just needs to play in a role. Again, we're talking about how Nunes is like there's no role for him or there's don't know where to play him. I don't see Elliot as an attacking midfielder. I see him as a right winger. This is simple as that.
What he did in the Championship and scored. I think he scored like 13 goals.
Oh, is it? Who did he play for?
As a right winger?
Well,
and he scored 2 goals for us already this season from the right wing.
Yeah, Blackburn he played for.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
this is it.
Salah just doesn't miss games.
Yeah, but at the same time, when Salah's not on form or he's having a stinker, because he's had a few stinkers, don't get me wrong, he does like, score goals and stuff like that. But sometimes, what else does he offer? Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Like, wasn't it you that said that? Actually, it wasn't you. It was my other mate John, who said that Gary Neville said years ago that there was Man United players that had it written in their contract that if they're fit, they'll play. And I think it's the same with Salah. I genuinely think it's the same with Salah. I think he's got it in his contract that if he's fit, he's in the team. Like,
no, that's not true because he was on the bench a couple of weeks ago.
Or Salah?
Yeah, he was on the bench. I remember seeing. I think it was the Chelsea game or whatever. Or there was a game.
I don't think he went.
He was definitely a sub.
Did he go? I think him and Virgil van Dijk didn't go, did they? Or maybe they did.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm telling you, I watched the game and I remember specific. I can't remember. You may have played Chelsea recently, but he was definitely a sub.
Oh, that was the game where Nunes missed a sitter to win the game 1-0. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, it's not over till the
fat lady sings.
On. Huh?
Robinson's on.
Gakpo's on, Tsimikas off.
Mate, look, it's not over till the fat lady sings. United could still lose 2 games. I mean, United have got 6 games, 2 games in hand,
and a few injuries as well.
Both their centre backs are injured.
I would love it. It would be the best season ever in my life.
You sound like Kevin Keegan there, mate.
If we literally
love it.
if we literally got top 4 from Man United on like the last game of the season, that would just be amazing. Tomorrow.
They got Brighton away.
That would be amazing if we did, wouldn't it? It'd just be so good. Like just to take it off them, like at the death. Like we hadn't been in the top 4 like for the whole year, and then we sneak in on the last day.
Do you know? Now you say that, I'm going to look at United's fixtures because I actually.
But I'd also love if Chelsea got relegated after spending 600 million.
Mate, what's going on there? It's just crazy, man.
This game is crazy. This game is too wild, as Klopp says.
There's a lot of football to be played for sure. Anything can happen. We've seen it in our lifetimes as football fans.
No, he's not.
Yeah, we've had, we've seen so many things. Nothing surprises me in football anymore.
Oh my God. Did you just see what Nunes did when he was
Yeah. He just
tackled himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
He literally tackled himself.
Yeah,
He did like this little drag back thing and kicked the ball away from himself.
he defended himself.
He was on his own in the box.
So what? Wait, one quick question.
I can't breathe with him in the team.
What do you lot think of Big Sam saying that? Yeah, I'm just as good as Pep.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
And Klopp
I love Sam.
He's on one, isn't he?
Pep. He is better than Klopp and Pep in his own head.
He's on one.
He's a good guy to bring in.
He'll keep Leeds up.
Trouble.
He'll keep Leeds up.
What, 4 games left?
What he needs to do with Leeds, he needs to drop the goalkeeper because he's terrible. He needs to get rid of Ayling, who is possibly the worst Premier League player I've ever seen, and stop playing 3 forwards like all the time. Just have 1 forward in Bamford, and you'll probably get goals as well because Bamford is used to playing as a lone striker. And that's it, really. That's all he needs to do with Leeds. Leeds are a pretty good team.
This guy, that's just
that goalkeeper just. He's like having Mignolet in his last 2 years at Liverpool. Do you remember those goals that Mignolet used to let in?
Mignolet was rubbish, man.
They were ghost goals. They used to look at the stats on where the goals were scored from, and a lot of them were right in the centre through the goalkeeper.
What is
the ball would just go through his body into the net.
But
Gapco's just nearly scored.
Do you know what? I must say,
I do like that Anton Robinson, by the way. I do think he's a good player.
Yeah.
Is he a left back or a right back?
Left back.
I do like him. I think he's a good player. He'd be a good backup for Robinson. And we can't play this Robinson experiment next year. It just doesn't work because Robinson
playing further up.
You can't play centre back.
Oh, you mean to say someone's got to be there. To be fair, I mean, if they're going, obviously, you need a very disciplined player, and I don't think he's disciplined enough to play in this role. If they're going to insist on playing it,
he's too frantic. He does things a million miles an hour, and that's probably why he gave the ball away so many times because he's used to just sprinting long distances and always having space in front of him because he plays
explosive. He's explosive, isn't it?
Explosive, yeah. So that's the doggy. There he is.
Big up, doggy.
Just barking.
Yo.
Yeah. He sat right next to me.
Oh, bless.
Barking. 2 seconds. I'm just going off camera for a second, right? Just
yeah.
For a second.
No problems.
But to the Champions League games of next week, so Madrid are actually at home. So I don't know how often. Obviously, they may have lost in the league. I don't watch many La Liga games these days, to be honest, because they're not on TV. But I just don't know if City are going to go to Madrid and win. I just can't see it. They might get a draw, but I don't think they're going to win.
I really hope. It's crazy this year. I want Man City to win the league because I can't stand Arsenal. And I really hope and the thing is, obviously, as Liverpool fans, we're sick of seeing Madrid in every form at the moment, beating us, and now they're getting a Jude Bellingham. But I mean, I want Madrid to beat them. I mean, look, that's their trophy, man. That's their trophy.
I'm okay with Madrid winning that because I can't have Pep winning the Champions League with Man City.
But then at the same time, I really believe this guy will quit Man City once he wins that Champions League, which will probably be a bit easier for the other teams because I think he's a brilliant manager.
And also, Pep's not stupid. That's what I like about Pep. He's smart. Pep's very smart. He's realistic. He knows how hard it is to win a competition. What's Zidane done winning it 3 years in a row? Do you know how hard that is? Pep knows he can't do that with City. City are not going to win the Champions League 3 years in a row.
I think they will with Haaland.
Nah, mate.
Haaland is just...
I worry. Yeah, I worry if they do. If they do, they'll get. You know what? It'd be very difficult to take that away from them. I think they'll just. They've got the money to always improve their squad. You know what? Once you have had that first taste of Champions League, you know what I mean, and winning it, you don't want to lose that, and you do anything you can to keep, to literally
Yeah, you're right.
keep that
You're
trophy. That's what Real Madrid do. You know what I mean?
It's in
You're
their
right,
DNA.
Wrong
Yeah,
hole.
all
Yeah.
good.
You're right.
Yeah, all good. All good.
The end of the day, Newcastle will be challenging next season. So, really,
Like I said, I said last time when I'm, you know what? How Newcastle have gone about their business is just brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant. They've not gone and thrown stupid money here, there, and everywhere. They've just bought things strategically. You know what I mean? And this year, if they do finish third, then do you know what I mean? It's just a brilliant. It's a brilliant season for them, and they're going to improve on it. Definitely.
Yeah, it's about getting value for money as well.
did you just see that? Then did you just see Trent having a go at Nunes because he ran the opposite way when he passed it in the box?
Yeah, listen, the
Why
barrier.
why did he go the other direction? Like Trent's gonna play it in the space, and he ran offside. Trent's like this. Trent's like this at him.
Yeah.
Didn't Fulham beat you lot? Did they beat you at
No,
Anfield like last season or something?
It was
Yeah, last year they beat us 1-0, didn't they? Or something like that.
The year before?
Yeah.
The year before? No, not the year before. When they were last in the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely. Because I remember
this year was 2-2.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was our first game of the season we played them, didn't we? And that was when Mitrovic got the double, innit? Look at this.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, Ali, what a save. It's pathetic. Mate, you know what? I'm going to start. And it's come on the right again.
What, where we haven't got any defenders?
Yeah, we've got Ibu
on his own.
Yeah, we've got Ibu, yeah. And look, it weren't really Ibu's fault. That was a good hand to it.
Do you know?
I'm not up to speed on that yet. I've just seen the cross that went over Gakpo's head because it was too high from Henderson.
Yeah, that's on a sense.
Honestly, like, how many times does Hendo do that cross and never get a player? Like, can we just stop it? Like, and can we just get rid of him? Because he's just.
So, hold on. Is match of the day on tonight? Chris, you don't really watch match of the day, do you?
No. I haven't got a TV. I haven't got TV, like terrestrial TV, like or BBC iPlayer or anything. I don't watch any of that.
You can watch it on iPlayer though if you want.
Well, I'll probably get a letter from the BBC.
True.
Because they can literally get you for anything. Like,
yeah.
As soon as you log in, like, they'll send you a letter. Like, I had to send them a letter saying that I don't watch any BBC at all. Like, so you have to keep on declaring it every 6 months that you don't.
So what if you listen to radio, like BBC like radio or something like that? Do they still charge you for that? They should do, shouldn't they?
No, I think it's just TV.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, true.
So, I'm not even going to say it. Like, I was going to say something then, but I thought I'd jinx it if I said it. I'm not going to say it. I might say it after the game.
But
it was about one of our players, but I won't.
I know you're talking about.
So who do you think like changes your team then next year? Like a big player for your team that you think you'll get? I'll start with Seb. Like,
well, I'd like to see.
You're not getting Gavi, so don't even.
Yeah, I know. No. We definitely, the whole striker situation. I would like a young development forward because I know we're going to be rotating Isak Wilson, but we definitely need a third striker. I'm not sure who yet.
What a save by Ali there! He just saved us 2 points there.
Yeah, we need.
Sorry, Seb. Go on.
We need some wing options. So the same ones that I used for your fancy team. I'd like to see Diaby come in, either for ASM where ASM may leave.
Diaby?
Yeah, I liked him. He can play on either wing. Gordon's still a very young player, so he's still learning his trade. But Gordon's not ready to be a starter on it. Even from the start next season, he'll be a bench player, and he'll maybe the second half of next season he'll work his way into the team and start starting games. But for now, obviously he hasn't hit the ground running. But
can you imagine if Chelsea had signed him as well?
Yeah, they wanted to pay 60 mil for him.
Can you imagine if Chelsea had got Gordon as well for like 60 million? On
They
top
were
of
going
all
to
the
pay
other
it. They
drop.
bid it. They bid it.
They tried to get him, didn't they?
Mental.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seb, go on.
Yeah, but who knows, man? We maybe look to some
We have to
players
the
in
Thuram
France,
brothers, aren't you?
players. I know we tried to get Ekatike, but he's gone. He went to PSG.
Yeah.
But I think he's only on loan. He's going back to the club. They got an
You have
option
to,
to buy, but
You're after
he
the
hasn't really.
Thuram brothers, aren't you?
Sorry,
You're after Marcus and Keprin.
you know Marcus Thuram's out of contract.
Hmm?
Marcus Thuram is out of contract.
He's a good player.
He's out of contract, mate. So he's got a move lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take him to as an alternative from the left wing. But yeah, there's just going to be more games, man. So we just need more players.
You need depth now, don't you? I think you're ready for that next level, innit? That extra gear.
Yeah, we need midfielders as well, definitely. But Tielemans is available on a free. He's been linked to a lot of teams. He's probably linked to you lot, but he hasn't had a great season. And
I don't rate him. I generally don't rate this guy. I think he's very hot and cold. Very hot and cold. You know, he's got talent, and you know what? The thing is, he's still so young, but he's been around for so long. But this is a time now where he needed or needs to show it at Leicester City. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he might not be getting a lot of games, or maybe he's getting games. I don't know. But what I do know from this guy is he can have a brilliant game, one game, and then he's poor. Then he's good. Then he's poor. Then he's poor. Then he's poor. Then he's good. Then he's good. Then he's good. Then he's poor. He's just all over the place. He's up and down. And for a big club to go and get him, you know what I mean? They're going to need someone like him, but to come off a bench. I don't think he's a starter in anyone's team, like the top 6 teams, to be fair. I actually think his partner, Maddison, is probably the better player.
Yeah, Madison's one of our top targets. We were in for him. We wanted to pay like 50 mil. They turned it down.
He'd suit you well, Madison.
Yeah,
I think he'd work really well with Bruno.
Mm.
Yeah,
it's all about stopping City, man. They're just going to get better and better.
I don't think anyone's going to stop City, mate.
Mate, I was even thinking about it earlier. In the next couple of seasons, even if Klopp leaves, they can get Ancelotti, they can get Zidane. They'll just get some other world-class coach where they just pay bucks, man. Someone has to stop them, man.
I don't think anyone's going to stop them. Aren't they extending the pound as well? Like, so they've probably done that just so they could fudge the money again, so they can do another big investment.
Jota's coming on.
Yeah, Jota. Hey, lads, you know what?
Tell you what, another brilliant game by Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, lads, I need to kick, man. I need to do something, man. It's getting late. I need to run.
Nice speaking to you.
Oh, Henderson's just already scored.
Let's catch up next week or whenever, man. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Extra bank holiday this week. Another Monday off. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll catch up, all right, mate?
Yeah, all right, gents, man. Have a good weekend.
Nice one, respect, man. Yeah. I mean, look, Jota's come on for Nunes, and Milner's come on.
He's probably going to score now, isn't he, Jota? He just literally come on, he'll get one chance. That finish against Tottenham as well.
That was brilliant.
That was just like Bobby Fowler-esque, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant finish. This guy, like I said, left foot, right foot, header, penalty. He's got it all. He's the complete striker.
He's also a press monster as well. He presses like Firmino did, and Mane and Salah. He's always on the man. He's not involved. He's not involved in the play. He's not a structure player, which is kind of what Gakpo is now.
Yeah,
he fits the system like Gakpo, the interchanging and all that kind of stuff. Jota doesn't do that. He's not really involved in anything. He's just like bang. He's just scored. You know what I mean, like that.
Yeah.
I'd say that was probably what Sturridge was like as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. The only problem with someone like a Jota, he does carry injuries a lot. He does have injuries, and then when he has his injuries, he's out for a while.
Yeah.
But in terms of I've heard like a few people talking about like getting rid of him and stuff like that. But to be fair, this guy, he needs to stay at Liverpool at least.
I honestly thought that I thought there was no way back for him. Like I thought he's going to be one of those that he goes from one injury to another to another to another, and when he came back, he looked so off it. I was like, oh god,
Yeah. That's the only
and he's
one
proved me
thing.
wrong. He's proved me wrong again. Right? But I thought he was brilliant before his injury. Like,
The thing is, like with someone like him, you know what I mean, and it's good. You see, I'm not Klopp's biggest fan for sure, as people already know. But what I rated about Klopp. This is.
Oh, he's took Jones off. Oh, Milner's come on again. Oh my god.
What Klopp's done is got him playing into form. Diego Jota, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I rate him for that. But what I do like about the idea of Jota is he's going to be rotating that front three. So Jota won't be getting like constant 38 game a season. Oh, Gakpo, I just had a chance. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, that's when you got an injury-prone player, then obviously playing him often is quite daunting, knowing that this guy is just an injury away from being out for a while. So that's why I actually want Jota still playing or staying at Liverpool, because I think he's a brilliant like backup. And if you do need to get him once or twice, or a quarter of the season to play, like from starting lineup and stuff, he brings you that, and he does press for sure. It's just his injuries is
I agree, but like playing him on that left hand side, I just don't think that's his position. Right? And it was weird as well against Tottenham, because when he switched with Nunes, he scored.
Absolutely. This guy
Nunes went left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then, can you imagine if it had gone the other way and it was Nunes with that chance?
This is it. Jota's the one, because like Jota, he might not give you a spectacular game, but what he'll do is he'll give you a product of some sort. You know what I mean? The one against Forest, I think when he played, was it Forest, or it was one game that he had a knee to his spine and he just didn't play well in that game. Was it Forest?
It was Forest.
Yeah, it was Forest.
That was horrible.
That was horrible. But you could hear him, like he felt that. Oh my god, we are. You know what? We are living dangerously.
Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand why we need to be attacking. Like, it's the 85th minute on mine. Like, we should be defending now. We're at home.
Yeah. Well. I'm on the 88th minute so far, and we do need to be sure in this.
I'll stay on until it finishes. All right. Because if I stop the feed and then he goes, I'll be like, oh, no.
Is it a he or a she?
Huh?
The dog, is it a he or a she?
He's a he.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think this is the Gakpo shot. Oh yeah, well over.
Yeah. But what I like is he's got that run, he's got that power. You know what I mean? And there's no issues with like language barriers with him. He's just literally gonna, perform and stuff like that.
Oh, he's going to be a serious player, like serious player. Like,
near to nothing. We got this guy.
I know he's the real deal. Like, and for someone who's just like literally been dropped into a team playing in a position which he's not really used to playing. I know he played for Van Gaal at Holland, but he didn't really play that much like in that position. And the fact that he's just like been as good as he has is just brilliant. It just shows how good a player he is.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this guy came into a struggling team, and do you know what? People are talking that, why do we bought him? He's a flop and ratata. No, this boy is special. He's special, and I feel if he is going to play in that number 9 role, he's going to get better. He's going to get better. Honestly, he was my man in the match against Spurs. Personally, I just love the way he's growing into that position. If they're going to play him into that position, he's doing a bloody good job. Just needs obviously maybe certain little things, little tweaks here and there, but he'll get better. That's the thing. He'll get better. He's got a shot on him. He's got the strength. He's got the height. He's got this pace as well. You know what I mean? For a big guy.
Okay, I've just seen that chance on the 88th minute. Yeah, just seen it.
Yeah.
Van Dijk clearing it again.
Yeah.
Is it done? Is it done yet on yours?
No,
That
there's
player
3
they
minutes.
brought on as well, Solomon. He scored loads of goals from like long range.
Yeah. This
when he came on as a sub, and we let him have loads of runs there.
Henderson. It's 3 minutes stoppage time when I'm on the 90, coming up to the 91st minute now. It's still 1-0. Henderson's on the floor. Don't know if he's got an injury or if he's wasting time. I'm not sure what he's doing.
He's wasting time. Good.
Yeah, because the momentum is with Fulham at the minute.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Waste as much time as you can, Hendo, because that's all you can do.
Let's see the replay.
He has been absolutely atrocious this season. Like it is literally like having a man missing off the pitch because he doesn't tackle, he doesn't challenge, he doesn't win any duels, he doesn't win any headers, his passes don't hit anyone anymore.
And he's fighting with teammates.
And he just shouts at everyone. And just that thing where he calls for the ball, gets it to him, and then passes it back to the player that he's just shouted for the ball from. And then runs off. Have you seen him do it? It's hilarious. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you just shouted at him for the ball, got it off him, give it back to him, and then ran off. Like, what is that?
The thing is, and the thing is, when he's played for England this season, he's actually played better for England.
I know. And the thing about it as well, when he played for England, he's been injured beforehand. So it's like he's kept himself injured, whether he's injured, until the England game comes along, and then he's going, "Oh, no, I'm okay now."
Yeah.
Is it done now?
No, not yet. We've got
because I'm on 90 minutes now.
Okay, 92 minutes. Well, 92:45, and okay, maybe not. Henderson just took a lob shot, just over. It's a Henderson, yeah.
Klopp's just smacked one of their players on the bum. I don't know whether he give him a tap on the arse. Then one of their players. Yeah, Henderson's down here as well.
Yeah. Well, is he blowing the whistle yet? It's now.
Did he Harvey Elliott off for Salah? He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's playing him where Salah is, so he is doing what you said.
That's exactly where this guy should be playing.
Exactly where he should play.
Oh, they had a chance.
Like the 93rd minute, they had a chance.
Yeah, so it's gone over 93rd. I think whistle's gonna be blown in a minute. Well, hopefully the next kick.
Actually, the reason why Henderson got injured is because he tried that stupid back heel, which went to their player. I've just seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good defending, Van Dijk.
That's a big win. That if we get that, by the way, because they're a good team.
Yeah, but the shocking thing is the whistle's just gone. It finished 1-0.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it in the game, but I thought Van Dijk had a brilliant game. He had a really good game. I was watching him and he was everywhere. Van Dijk.
Yeah. To be fair, he needed to,
he needed a better game.
Yeah, he needed a better game than the last game. And that, if you see the last kick, he done brilliantly to keep, to keep that.
Did he?
Yeah, he just done a brilliant defending. He didn't get the ball, but he just made his presence felt.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was doing during the game a lot. Like he was just like shouldering people off the ball, and he was just using his muscle and his brain, which he hasn't used lately.
Yeah, you know the scariest thing about it. Yeah, I mean, all right, we won this, and I'm happy. It's 3 points. You know what I mean? Business and then stuff like that keeps the momentum going.
Yeah.
But if they had Mitrovic here, they had like maybe 3 or 4 of their best players not playing today, Fulham, and we just only beat them. Nevertheless, it's 3 points. It's a 1-0 win, clean sheet, and yeah,
I'll say that. Now, towards the end of the season, like it doesn't matter for me. Like, and especially right now, where we're literally, I mean, that's 6 games in a row now, isn't it? We've won.
Yep.
Which is the most we've done this year.
Absolutely, yeah. The momentum, it just what solid. We're like what? We're on 59 points now. Yeah. 59 points from 34 games.
Sanfield going, oh God, he should have passed the ball there though. Gapco then had a chance to just put he should have scored. Dakota Reed should have scored there.
Yeah.
That 93rd minute chance right in front of the goal. Dakota Reed, he should have scored there. It's just a simple pass.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh man, what is Canate doing there? Canate he's not even gone with the runner. That was brilliant by Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I think it hit Van Dijk's foot, you know. Did you see him celebrate as well?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Bit of needle. I love that.
He needs that. He needed that, to be fair. The team needed that.
That's really good that we got a clean sheet as well, because we've been shit lately.
Absolutely.
Letting in goals.
Yeah, we got bright.
It was good having you on, Baz, mate. All right, and
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Just look on the thing. I'll let you know when I'm on next time as well. All right.
Absolutely, I've got your notification. I've got notifications on as well, anyway. So yeah, when I see you come on, yeah. All right then. I'll speak to you later. Right. Take care. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.
And that's the end of football chat for this session. I hope you like the show. If you can like and subscribe, and thanks for everyone for tuning in, and also for all the comments. And up the Reds. Probably won again.